Nis. Ye ambe to say, every morning you wake up, life gives you an invitation. The invitation is simple. Will you repeat yesterday, or will you create something new today? And this on to so that invitation does not come in the form of a letter. It comes in the breath you just took, in the fact that your eyes opened, and in the realization that if you alive, there is still something assigned to your name, or is on this earth assigned to your name. The greatest tragedy in life is not death. The greatest of God, and the greatest tragedy is waking up every day without knowing why you are alive. Many people wake up, rush into the noise, get pulled into the business of the world. But they never pause to recognize that each morning is a divine reset. Each sunrise is a reminder that purpose has not yet been fulfilled. The world has not yet received all that. You yet received all that is inside of you. So what is what is this that you must do every morning to change your life? It is not complicated. It was they say, it is not hidden in a secret code. It is as simple as alignment. You must align your mind. Your words and your spirit of the day begins. And your spirit with your purpose before the day begins. If you miss this moment, the world will dictate your agenda. And if you miss this, no, the one is then Vardi. Kwame goes on to say, but if you claim it, you dictate the world. You see, most people live reactive lives. They wait for the phone call, go with the phone, the email, the text message, the boss, the pressure, the demand. And by the time the day ends, they are exhausted yet unfulfilled. But the most powerful people on earth are not the ones with the most money, or the most connections. They are the ones who wake up every morning and deliberately design their day in the decision. If they on a day in alignment with their vision, every morning, before you touch your phone, before you scroll through the endless, before you scroll through the endless feed of other people's, Lev say, you must take command. You must take command of your own. The first voice you must hear is not the world's voice, vri or vo, but the voice of purpose. You must declare to yourself who you are. Vo, why you are here, and what today is meant to accomplish. When you do this, you shift from being a victim of time to being a master of it. Pasta is the fui. Time is the most valuable resource you have. You cannot buy more of it. You cannot borrow it. You cannot borrow it, and you cannot pause it. But you can use it wisely. And the way you use it begins the moment you open your eyes. Every morning, ask yourself these questions. Who am I? Why am I alive today? What must I accomplish before the sun goes down that will move me one equivalence to the fulfillment of my assignment? These are not casual questions. They are life. They are life-defining questions. They shape your energy, your focus, and your discipline. Some of you have been living in cycles because you wake up and repeat yesterday's routine without any with any intentional adjustment. And you say on chain, but maybe one day my life will change. But life does not change by chance. Life changes by choice. And choice begins every morning. This is why successful people don't start the day by checking the weather. They start the day by creating the weather of their soul. They don't start the day by asking, Baben, what is happening in the news? In declaring. They start by declaring, this is what is happening in me, because what is happening in me? Because until you decide what is happening in you, so the outside world will control you. So I challenge you tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, stand still. Breathe. Reflect. Give thanks for life into your day. Then speak life into your day. Speak to your mind. You will think clearly today. Speak to your heart. You will walk in peace today. Speak to your hands. You will produce something valuable today. And speak to your purpose. You will move one step closer to fulfillment today. This is not empty ritual. This is law. Words create worlds. Every word you release into the morning is a seed. And like any seed, it will bear fruit throughout your day. If you sow frustration, you will reap chaos. If you sow gratitude, you will reap clarity. If you sow discipline, you will reap progress. Though the reason many people feel stuck is because they have not learned feel stuck. These have learned discipline of morning mastery. If you can master your mornings, you can master your mornings, you can master your life. With the morning, because the morning is the foundation of the day, and the day is the building block of your destiny. And think of it like this. If a builder lays the foundation crooked, it does not matter how beautiful the walls are, the house will fall. They say, in the same way, if you begin your day crooked, unfocused, distracted, the hours that follow will be unstable. But if you begin your day with clarity, gratitude, focus, and purpose, the hours that follow will align themselves with strength. Line themselves with strength. This is the difference between living by design and living by default. Living by default is letting the alarm clock, the text messages go foul, the deadlines and the pressures dictate who you will be today. Living by design is deciding before all of that, this is who I am. This is what I will produce. This is the standard of my life. This is the standard of my life. every morning. When you wake up, you are given a moment of silence before the noise of the world begins to invade your mind. That silence is not accidental. It is a gift. It is the space in which clarity can be born. Too often, people fill that silence with distractions. The phone rings. Notifications flood the screen, and before the day has even started, before the day, the heart is restless, and the mind is pulled in every direction. But the wise know how to protect that silence. To answer in this, the next part of 27 Fon Stillness Adrui, they know how to honor the stillness of the morning, because it is in that stillness that direction Gozuan is given. You cannot walk into a day. Day of purpose, if you begin in confusion, you cannot walk into a day of excellence if you begin with chaos. What you feed in the morning will grow strongest in your life. If you feed, it says, if you feed your fears, you will walk in hesitation. Next part of Funisanif Persnes goes on to say, if you feed your doubts, you will walk in limitation. The Wujod was mainif zozin if you 27 goes on to say, but if you feed your faith, you will walk in courage. If you feed your vision, you will walk in progress every morning. You are choosing what to water, and what you water will grow. And what you water will grow. Think about this as a seed does not grow simply because it exists. You know, it grows because it is given attention, light, water, and protection. Your dreams are seeds. Your vision is a seed. Dismori. And your purpose is a seed. Each morning you wake up, you must water those seed. You must water those seeds intentionally. You water them with words today, with thought, with discipline. You must say to yourself, today I will not waste my energy on things that drain me. Today I will not give attention to distractions that do not add to my destiny. This is not arrogance. This is stewardship. is stewardship. You are the steward of your time, your energy, and your vision. Some of you wonder why change never lasts. You get inspired. You set goals. You write plans. Within a week, you find yourself drifting back to old patterns. Dusan Koduseni. The reason is not that you are weak. The reason is not that you are unworthy. The reason is simply that you have not mastered the rhythm of daily alignment. Inspiration will transform you. As the Suvidas 10, discipline will excite you, but discipline will transform you. And discipline begins in the morning. Every morning, you must commit. Every morning, you must realign. Every morning, of course, you must remind yourself who you are becoming. You cannot live on yesterday's commitment. Yesterday's food cannot nourish today's body. Yesterday's prayer cannot sustain today's challenges. Yesterday's vision cannot fuel today's work. Greaves body say, each day requires fresh intention. This is why the morning is powerful. It resets you. It refocuses you. When you use it renews you. And when you use it well, you step into the day already victorious before a single challenge has appeared. When you live to consistently succeed, when you look at people who consistently succeed, you will notice that their mornings are not accidental. They do not stumble out of bed without a plan. They rise with a system, a ritual, a pattern that feeds their spirit, sharpens their mind, and energizes their body. So they understand that how you begin determines how you determines how you end. 251. They know that you do not drift into greatness. You discipline yourself into it. They do not leave it to chance. They do not leave the most important hours of their day to chance. And you may say, but I am not a morning person. That is not the point. The point is not the hour, the point is the order. Whether you rise at 5 or at 8, what matters is what you do when you rise. Do you allow the demands of others to set your tone, or do you set your own tone first? Do you run to the voices of the crowd, Yezi Eventvoidios? Or do you hear the voice of purpose? Do you walk into the day reactive? Or do you walk into it proactive? Or do you walk into, this is the choice that determines the quality of your life, the quality of your life. There are people who wake up with no awareness that the morning power. They rush out of bed. They complain about the day before it begins. They replay problems from yesterday, and then they wonder why life feels heavy. But there are also people who wake up and say, so this is the day I will take one step closer to destiny. This is the day I will plant seeds of excellence. This is the day I will not waste. Nest, those two mindsets lead to two very different lives. And the difference began not at noon, not at night, but in the morning. So guard your mornings. Protect them. Ye value them as the soil of your destiny. The way you begin will echo through every hour that follows. If you begin with clarity, you will walk in direction. If you begin with gratitude, you will walk in peace. If you begin with discipline, you will walk in progress. You will walk in Inge. Say, the morning is not small. The morning is everything. When you rise each day, you are stepping into unseen opportunities. Opportunities do not announce themselves with trumpets. They hide in conversations, in small decisions, in moments that appear ordinary. If your spirit is, if your spirit is not awake, if your mind is not aligned, you will miss them. Tim, last on this way, please. When you begin your morning in alignment, you begin to notice ignore. What others ignore. You become sensitive to possibilities. You become sensitive to possibilities. You recognize the right door when it opens, and you walk past the wrong door without hesitation. Without hesitation. This is why preparation each morning matters so deeply. Zot Bitrithist to say, sharpens your perception for the rest of the day. Many people believe success is about luck, but luck is nothing more than preparation meeting opportunity. Opportunity. You cannot control when opportunity comes. So, but you can control how prepared you are when it arrives. And preparation is not just about skills and knowledge. Nigh. It is about mindset. The right opportunity can be placed in front of you, but if you begin the day in fear, in laziness, in distraction, you will miss it. Yet the same opportunity given to someone who has set their mind each morning on discipline and clarity, on discipline and clarity, the minds will be seized and multiplied. This is why some people move forward while others remain in the same place year, while others after year. It is not that life has chosen favorites. It is that some have chosen to prepare while others chose to drift. Drifting requires no effort. It feels easy. Put in Wixan to say, but it always leads to disappointment if preparation requires discipline. It feels harder, but it always leads to fulfillment. And every morning, you are deciding whether you will drift or prepare. Consider your thoughts in the morning. Consider your thoughts in the morning. They are like the steering wheel of your day. They are like the steering wheel of your day. If you wake up and your first thought is complaint, your day will bend toward frustration. If you wake up and your first thought is gratitude, to say, your day will bend toward opportunity. If you wake up and your first thought is doubt, doubt is doubt, go toward hesitation. your day will bend toward hesitation. But if you wake up and your first thought is vision, your day will bend toward progress. The direction of your mind, the first moments after waking is the direction of your life on the hours that follow. You must also understand that mornings are not just about what you do. They are about what you refuse to do. Widow of the sermon negativity of USA. Refuse to feed yourself with negativity before you have even stepped into the world. Refuse to let the noise of media, media fill your heart with fear before your own spirit has spoken. Refuse to let urgency from agenda before others dictate you have set your own. These refusals are as powerful as the affirmations you speak. Because saying yes to everything will destroy you just as quickly as saying no to everything will paralyze you. The morning is the time to filter, to choose, to protect. Your body also participates in this alignment. The way you treat your body in the morning sets the tone for your energy, for your energy. If you neglect movement, you carry sluggishness. If you ignore weakness, if you ignore nourishment, you carry weakness. If you begin with care, you carry strength. Particularly require pisa. Kanji. Purpose requires energy. And energy is not something you stumble upon. It is something you cultivate. It is something you cultivate. A mind filled with vision, but a body drained of strength will struggle to execute. Strugglant, execute. A body filled with distracted by doubt will miss its power, and distracted by doubt will misuse its power, or will misuse its power. Balance is achieved in the morning when you honor both. Think of champions, whether in business, in sports, in leadership, in leadership, or in creativity. They are not defined by what they do once a year. They are to do every morning. Well, they are defined by what they do every morning. Consistency. is their advantage. Det tog goes bessen, they do not wait for motivation to strike. They create momentum through repetition. While others are waiting to feel like it, they are moving because disciplining and he has already got also awakening the place of emotion. And this begins not at midday. And this begins not at midday, but the moment they wake. There is 7 goes on to say, there is also the matter of vision. Without vision, the morning becomes empty. You can wake up early. You can wake up early to say, you can practice rituals, you can speak affirmations. The other Fartuvio goes on to say, but if you have no clear vision of who you are becoming, it will all fade. The morning is the place where vision is renewed. You must remind yourself not only of what you are doing, say, but why you are doing it. Vision gives meaning to the sacrifice. Vision gives power to the discipline. The Banff Winpoise makes waking up a privilege instead of a burden. Without vision, even the most well-crafted morning routine becomes lifeless. With vision, even the simplet to say, "Tuf practice lie in single of gratitude or the simplest act." Like a moment of a single declaration becomes powerful fuel. And remember and remember this change does not happen in a single grand decision. It happens in small choices, repeated daily. Every morning you wake, you are either reinforcing the old version of yourself or building the new version of yourself. Transformation is not an event. It is not an event. It is a process. Say, and the process is lived out in mornings. A new mindset, a new discipline, a new level of clarity. These are not achieved in a moment of passion, not achieved in a moment of passion. They are achieved in the steady, quiet, consistent choices you make when the sun rises and you choose again to align your life with purpose. So, as you rise tomorrow and every morning after, remember that the power to change your life is not hidden in a distant future. It is in in the first decisions you make when you wake. Milk you made you wake. To say, the morning is your battlefield and victory. And victory, there secures victory everywhere else. Do not hand your mornings to distractions, to negativity. Zu evenin, to the demands of others. Guard them, shape them, shram, and use them to declare who you are and where you are going. Because when you master your mornings, you master your days. You master your days. And when you master your days, you master your destiny. The greatest gift to take control of your morning is to take control of Gevoration, is to take control of your morning. Your life will not change by accident. The accident, it will change because you made the choice to rise with purpose, speak power, and walk in discipline.